Hello and welcome to Wisdom Forge. Stress hair loss, how to stop it before you go bald, telogen effluvium and cortisol's role. What is stress hair loss? Stress hair loss, medically called telogen effluvium, occurs when emotional or physical stress pushes your hair follicles into premature resting phase. Normally, we lose 50 to 100 hairs daily, but under stress, this can triple or quadruple. Imagine your scalp panicking and hitting the emergency stop button on hair growth. This isn't permanent baldness like male/female pattern hair loss, it's your body's overreaction to perceived danger. The good news? Once stress is managed, hair usually regrows. The bad news? It takes 3 to 6 months after stress reduction to see improvement, which frustrates many people into thinking it's permanent. The science behind telogen effluvium. Your hair grows in cycles: growth, anagen, transition, catagen, and rest, telogen. Normally, only 10% of hairs are in telogen at once. Severe stress can shock up to 50% of hairs into telogen simultaneously. Think of it like a factory where half the workers suddenly go on strike, production plummets. This happens because stress hormones disrupt the precise timing of hair cycles. The hairs don't fall immediately, they wait 2 to 3 months before shedding, which is why people often don't connect the hair loss to the original stressful event. Understanding this delay is key to proper diagnosis. How cortisol wrecks your hair. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, is public enemy number 1 for your hair. Chronically high cortisol shrinks hair follicles by constricting blood vessels that deliver nutrients. It also triggers inflammation that damages follicle stem cells. Picture cortisol as a tornado tearing through a garden. The soil, scalp, gets depleted, and plants, hairs, struggle to grow. Studies show cortisol even shortens the growth phase of hair, leading to thinner, weaker strands. The scary part? You might not feel stressed while this happens. Your body can be in low-grade stress mode from work, poor sleep, or diet without dramatic symptoms. Physical versus emotional stress triggers. Not all stress hair loss comes from anxiety. Physical stressors like surgery, rapid weight loss, illness, or childbirth can also trigger telogen effluvium. The common thread? Anything that shocks your system, whether it's COVID-19, a car accident, or extreme dieting, can force hairs into resting phase. Emotional stress often causes more prolonged shedding because it's typically chronic, ongoing work stress, grief, etc. Many patients experience both simultaneously. The physical stress of poor sleep from emotional stress creates a perfect storm for hair loss. Recognizing your triggers is step 1 toward solutions. How to tell it's stress hair loss. Stress hair loss has telltale signs: sudden increase in shedding, clumps in shower or brush, hair coming out easily when gently pulled, and thinning all over rather than just at hairline or crown. You might notice more hairs on your pillow or in your hands when shampooing. Unlike genetic baldness, the part doesn't necessarily whiten. Instead, your ponytail may feel skinnier. A helpful clue? Look for tapered ends on fallen hairs, means they completed their cycle, versus broken hairs, suggests other issues. When in doubt, a dermatologist can examine your scalp with a trichoscope to confirm. The hair growth timeline you must understand. Here's why patience is crucial: hair grows about ½ inch per month. After stress pushes hairs into telogen, they take 3 months to fall out, then 3+ months to regrow. That means if you reduce stress today, you won't see less shedding for 3 months, and new baby hairs may take 6+ months to become visible. This timeline frustrates many into trying quick fixes that don't work. Think of it like planting seeds: you can't dig them up daily to check growth. Tracking progress with monthly scalp photos helps avoid discouragement during this waiting period. blood tests that reveal hidden causes. Before blaming stress alone, rule out nutrient deficiencies that worsen hair loss. Key tests include ferritin, iron stores ideal is 70 plus ml for hair, vitamin D, optimal 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter, thyroid hormones, TSH, free T3/T4, and zinc. Many people discover their stress hair loss is actually iron deficiency masked by stress. Other red flags: sudden weight changes, brittle nails, or fatigue. These tests are especially important for vegetarians, heavy menstruators, or anyone with digestive issues that affect absorption. Addressing deficiencies alongside stress gives your hair the best fighting chance. Top 5 foods to fight stress hair loss. Your hair needs specific building blocks to recover. Protein: hair is 90% keratin, iron, carries oxygen to follicles, omega-3s, reduce inflammation, zinc, repairs tissue, and vitamin E, antioxidant protection. Focus on eggs, biotin plus protein, spinach, iron plus folate, salmon, omega-3s plus vitamin D, pumpkin seeds, zinc plus magnesium, and berries, antioxidants. Avoid crash dieting. Rapid weight loss is a major hair loss trigger. For vegetarians, pair plant iron, lentils, tofu, with vitamin C, bell peppers, to boost absorption. Stay hydrated. Dehydration starves follicles of nutrients. The hair washing myth debunked. Many fear washing hair makes stress shedding worse. This is false. Hair in telogen phase will fall out regardless, and infrequent washing just makes it seem like more is shedding at once. In fact, gentle cleansing, every 2 to 3 days, removes debris and keeps follicles healthy. Use lukewarm water, hot water strips oils, and sulfate-free shampoo. When brushing, start from ends and work up to prevent pulling out hairs ready to shed. A boar bristle brush distributes scalp oils better than plastic. Remember, you're not losing extra hair by washing, just catching what was already destined to fall. Stress reduction techniques that actually help hair. Since cortisol is the culprit, focus on activities that lower it. 20-minute nature walks lowers cortisol 15%, diaphragmatic breathing activates parasympathetic nervous system, and progressive muscle relaxation. Even 10 minutes of daily meditation has been shown to reduce hair loss markers in studies. Prioritize sleep. One study found hair growth correlates with sleep quality more than quantity. For work stress, try the 90-minute rule. Focus for 90 minutes, then take a true break. These habits don't just help hair, they create a foundation for overall health. Supplements: what works versus what's waste? Only a few supplements have solid evidence for stress hair loss. Collagen peptides supports keratin, omega-3s, reduces inflammation, and adaptogens like ashwagandha lowers cortisol. Biotin only helps if you're deficient, rare. Beware of hair gummies packed with sugar and low-dose ingredients. A quality multivitamin can fill gaps, but megadosing certain vitamins, like selenium, can actually cause hair loss. Always check with a doctor first. Some supplements interfere with medications. Remember, no pill can replace addressing the root stress and nutrition issues. Topical treatments with science behind them. While topical treatments can't stop stress hair loss completely, some help create a healthier scalp environment. Rosemary oil. Studies show it rivals minoxidil for regrowth when used consistently. Peppermint oil increases blood flow, and ketoconazole shampoo reduces scalp inflammation. Microneedling with a 0.5 mm derma roller once weekly may stimulate follicles, but avoid aggressive rolling that causes bleeding. These work best alongside stress management. Think of them as creating fertile soil for when your hair is ready to grow again. Patch test first. Irritated scalp worsens shedding. Hairstyles that make stress hair loss worse. Avoid tight ponytails, braids, or extensions that cause traction alopecia, hair loss from pulling. Wet hair is especially vulnerable to damage. Blot dry with microfiber instead of rubbing. Limit heat tools. If you must use them, apply heat protectant first. Skip chemical treatments, perms, relaxers. During active shedding, they stress follicles further. If thinning is noticeable, try a shorter cut to reduce weight on follicles or use root-lifting products for volume. Be gentle when styling. Rough brushing or back combing can pull out hairs that would have stayed longer. When to see a doctor about hair loss. See a dermatologist if shedding lasts over 6 months, you notice bald patches, could be alopecia areata, or scalp is itchy/red, sign of infection. Sudden, dramatic hair loss warrants thyroid and autoimmune testing. For women, hormonal testing, COS, menopause, may be needed if hair loss follows a pattern. Doctors can prescribe topical minoxidil to prolong growth phase, oral medications like spironolactone for hormonal hair loss, or steroid injections for inflammation. Treatments work best when started early. Don't wait until thinning is severe to seek help. The truth about PRP and laser treatments. Platelet-rich plasma, PRP, therapy involves injecting concentrated growth factors from your blood into the scalp. Studies show modest improvement for some types of hair loss, but it's expensive, $500 to $2,000 per session, and requires maintenance. Low-level laser therapy, LLT, CAPS may help by stimulating cellular activity, but results vary. These work better for genetic hair loss than pure stress shedding. Consider them only after addressing stress, nutrition, and medical causes. They're boosters, not magic bullets. Always consult a board-certified dermatologist first. Psychological coping strategies. Hair loss itself becomes a stress source, creating a vicious cycle. Cognitive behavioral techniques help. Challenge catastrophic thoughts. I'll go completely bald, with facts. Telogen effluvium is usually temporary. Avoid excessive mirror checking or hair counting. This amplifies anxiety. If social anxiety arises, try colored dry shampoo to camouflage thinning or headbands/scarves. Join support groups. Knowing others recover helps maintain perspective. Remember, your worth isn't defined by hair density. Most people notice your confidence far more than any thinning. Realistic timeline for regrowth. Here's what to expect. Reduced shedding starts 3 months after stress reduction. Peach fuzz appears around 3 to 6 months, and noticeable thickness returns around 6 to 12 months. Hair may initially grow back differently, clear, grayer, or finer at first. This is normal as follicles reset. Track progress with monthly part-width photos under consistent lighting. Celebrate small wins, less hair in the drain, new baby hairs at the temples. Impatience leads to rash treatments. Trust the process if you're addressing root causes. Full recovery can take 18 months for some. Preventing future stress hair loss. Build resilience with ongoing stress management. Don't just address hair loss when it happens. Maintain nutrient-rich eating even during busy periods. Take stress vaccines. Short daily practices, like meditation or walking, that prevent buildup. Learn your early warning signs, clenched jaw, poor sleep, to intervene before hair is affected. Keep a hair health journal tracking stress, diet, and shedding patterns. Consider preventative supplements during known stressful periods, like work deadlines. Your hair is a barometer of overall health. Care for your whole self, and your hair will reflect that care. Hope for the future. Modern research is exploring exciting frontiers: stem cell therapies to revive dormant follicles, topical cortisol blockers specifically for hair loss, and personalized nutrient protocols based on genetic testing. While these aren't mainstream yet, they offer hope for stubborn cases. In the meantime, know that most stress-related hair loss improves with time and proper care. Your body wants to heal, give it the right tools and patience. Every hair follicle is a fresh start waiting to happen. Thank you, and let's stay connected. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you found this video valuable, imagine what you'll learn next. Subscribe to Wisdom Forge and hit the bell icon so you never miss more thought-provoking content, practical wisdom for everyday life, the tools to unlock your full potential. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway or what topics you'd like to see next. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning.